So yeah, the best thing that's worked for me for bodybuilding, for my training, has just been going on bodybuilding.com and finding different exercises and different routines and just giving them a shot. Right now I'm doing a routine called the Training Secret, and I believe it was developed by Chris Rademacher. And basically it just uses half ranges to help build the muscle. You know, for example, when you're doing curls, it's got middle range, top range, bottom range, and full range. For example, when you're doing curls, you got top range. You'll start here, and top range is when the muscle is fully contracted and flexed. So I'll start here, come down to here, come back up. And you know, that's top range right there. Middle range, kind of just self-explanatory. You start in the middle, you come up this far. That's all your middle range. Bottom range, you start here, you come up this far. And full range, you just do that. And it was strange to me because I really hadn't done these different ranges. I've always done full range. I've always done full range. And I've been doing it for about 3 months now, and actually about 2 months, and I haven't been as consistent with it as I would like because of school and projects and things like that. And real quick, another point I want to make to you guys who are bodybuilding: it's okay to miss workouts. It's okay to be out of routine for several weeks, even several months at a time. My parents have always told me, keep your priorities straight. Bodybuilding, comes second after school. So, like I said, if you miss workouts, it's no big deal. But back to the Training Secret. I've been doing that for about 2 months now. I haven't been as consistent with it, and even in those 2 months, I've seen a great change. I've already gotten more size onto my quads. I've gotten better height in my biceps, more thickness in the back and chest, and it's just worked well for me. And I don't know how long I'm going to do it. My summer starts next week, my vacation. And during summers, I'm not able to work out really at all. I usually do P90X to help just maintain the muscle, stay in shape. And I'll start the program, the Training Secret, over in September, and I'll see how that goes. But who's to say if it's if I'm going to stay on it for that whole 3 months? Like I said, I don't stick to routines as well as I should. I won't say as well as I should. Like I said, I just try to always mix things up. If I'm doing this routine for a month and a half, I might decide to just try a whole different routine for another month and a half. And just to really mix things up, it's efficient. Muscle confusion, I'm sure you guys have heard that. Like I said, I just have to see how well my body's going to respond to this program. And so I don't really have any specific training routines, just a bunch of them. So, it's people always asking me, what's your routine? I have many, and I make my own, and I get them a lot off bodybuilding.com. So look on there. It's a great resource to make routines or even find routines, and I hope that helped you guys with that. I get a lot of questions of people asking me, why don't you work your abs? And I do. I guess I never really focused on, at this point, trying to get the abs to show, because I'm trying to gain weight. After I started trying to bulk up, my body fat went from 6% to about 15%, which it is now. About 185, 5'10", 185 pounds, 15% body fat. And once my body fat went up, my abs went away, and I had chiseled abs when I was doing P90X. And I still work my abs. I used to work them 3 times a week. Now I work them twice a week, and I still do the ab ripper X, the P90X. And believe me, that works very well. And it's just, once I start dieting down and start cutting, you're going to start seeing some abs. And like I said, at this point, I don't care. I'm just trying to bulk up. Once I hit around maybe 215, 220, I want to cut down to 200 and be cut at 200. And at that point, I'm going to have abs, or they're at least going to be visible, because I do train them very hard, probably harder than most, to be honest with you. My goal, my profile on bodybuilding.com is Natural Teen 240. The 240 is the weight I want to compete at. I'm not sure if I want to do that now. When I made the profile a year ago, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll get to 240 in no time. Like I said, you learn things as you start bodybuilding. You learn new things. That's not easy. So my initial goal was to be about 260, 265, and maybe cut down to about 240 and be really cut and ready for a competition at 240. And now I want to be about maybe 240, 235, 240, and cut down to 220, 225. And overall, I want to be cut at 225. Maybe not necessarily competition cut, but maybe 5 or 6% body fat at 225, and I think that's probably my biggest goal at this point. So we'll see how that goes. People are always asking me, who's your idol? Who do you want to be like? And if anyone's ever heard of Shane Yeezy, he's an amateur bodybuilder. You can find him on bodybuilding.com. You can find him on Google. You just type in his name, Shane Yeezy. He was, one of the best teenage bodybuilders I've seen, and he just, I want to be like that. I mean, I look up to him. I've done his routines. I've, looked at his diet, and that's the biggest accomplishment I want to achieve, hopefully in the next, 5 or 6 years. Professionally, Arnold Schwarzenegger would be my idol when it comes to bodybuilding. I believe he began bodybuilding in the 70s. I don't know his exact stats. He was bodybuilding, or he won Mr. Olympia, 6 or 7 times, something like that in the 70s. I don't know the exact number, but like I said, I don't want to look like him. I read a lot of his articles, past articles. I use a lot of his exercises. I've looked at his diets, so he's probably my favorite, professional bodybuilder. And basically, I just want, like I said, I just want to help promote natural bodybuilding, because I see a lot of guys on YouTube or whatever putting videos of them flexing and thinking they're all badass, thinking they're the shit. I don't think I'm the shit. I don't want to come off as being that cocky. I just want to try to help people see that you can make a change, and it's really all about how hard you're going to train. And I want to share my information with you, share my diets, things that have worked for me, my training. So I hope I've answered all your questions, and I hope you take what I've said into consideration, about mixing up your routines, my diet. And one last thing I want to add is I don't work out 5 or 6 days a week. I only work out 4 days a week. And when people hear that, they're like, oh, you work out 4 days a week and you're that big? And yeah, I mean, you don't need to work out 5 or 6 days a week like it's portrayed on whatever TV shows or movies. You don't need to work out that much. I think at one point I was actually succumbing to overtraining because I was working out 6 or 7 days a week, and that wasn't necessary, and I was miserable and I was tired, and it just sucked. And like I said, right now I only work out 4 days a week, usually Monday through Thursday, and I'll take Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. So for all you guys out there who think, oh, I got to work out, and take all my time away from hanging out with friends and schoolwork, no, you don't. I hang out with my friends a lot, on the weekends, on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and I still have, an enjoyable lifestyle. I just try to get my training in first before that. And if I miss like a Thursday, or if I miss a day during the week, I'll just make it up on a Friday. And usually not on a Saturday or Sunday. Once I wake up on Saturday or Sunday, I'm beat from the night before, hanging out with friends, and I don't feel like working out. So I usually work out during the weekdays, Monday through Friday. And if you miss workouts, don't worry about it. Do the best you can, and good luck with all your goals. And I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me. So good luck. Thanks.